Butker's kick here is good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them, and they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there.
And now this is intercepted. My good. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
About that, and a crazy situation we just saw there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Second down, McKinnon. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Mahomes going to throw. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one for Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have moved out in front. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Well, Lance throws the interception, his third. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football and being comfortable, because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
That post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Put some gravy on there. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Ed one told me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. And Lance going to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle with a touchdown grab from Trey Lance. And the Niners have cut it back within a score. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On the ready. 6, 7, 12, green.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
49ers 14.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. They find some open field here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got a pick before. It's my turn now to make the big play. And that's exactly what he did.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his
pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now it's Mahomes again. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This is caught. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Mahomes now to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got it. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the second. And he gets it into the end zone with no time left in the second quarter as they take the lead. So they say no to the field goal try late in the half, and it winds up really paying off as they score on the final play.
Yeah, a little bit of a gamble, but they had some foresight as well because they knew they were going to get the ball to start the third quarter. So they thought to themselves, if we score here, we can double up on back-to-back drives when we start the second half.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. For the start of the third quarter, the Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Lance now to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game,
touchdown! Trey Lance finding Deebo Samuel. And the 49ers have retaken a third-quarter lead. Lance going to try to throw for this. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Hardman's going to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you?
He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one for Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from taking the lead. Butker on for the PAT. And that one puts them on top here in the third. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 114 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
And they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the... He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 39 yards there, a big one.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Sunday. 43. Let's go.
Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, he's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Mahomes going to go on fourth down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Lance, 22 yards. And the Niners get an important score there to extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Lance looking to throw it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
43, 15.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Man, 216 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And some room to work. Touchdown, 49er.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate food from all of the base. My A-spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm beyond Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stock my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I didn't make beats, that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos, knocking those down, no bangles. without a Kangol, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's you heard, we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band, young Crizzle King, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. Jeep. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, they make a profit on top.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New York Giants. Longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. starting field position up past the 40-yard line. On first down, Justin Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Herbert on first down now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
They snap it to Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Giants.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held on, they might go for it again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders, had intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Daniel Jones, 15 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, they're only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Herbert now. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second down and goal. Herbert, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. From the 10. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 37. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. He'll take it inside the 25. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again. Powers through him. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Bellinger from 6 yards away. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here comes Nasir Adderley from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Giants will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Throwing Jones. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Jones throwing for it. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Aaron Robinson.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Off play action. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. There he goes, right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the 1st half.